Welcome to another edition of the Daily Brief here at the Dakotan. I am your host today, Jonathan Starr. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can stay up to date with all these daily briefs that come out daily every morning around 7:30 a.m. We have a lot coming at you again today. First off, this day in history, Lou Gehrig's 2,130 game streak ended. In 1939, the New York Yankee great, known as the Iron Horse of American baseball, ended his streak of consecutive games played, setting a record that stood until 1995, when it was broken by Cal Ripken Jr. Also in 2015, Princess Charlotte Elizabeth Diana of Cambridge, the second child of Prince William, Duke of Cambridge, and Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, was born in London. In 2011, Osama bin Laden, founder of the militant Islamist organization Al-Qaeda and mastermind of numerous terrorist attacks, notably the September 11th, 2001 attacks, was killed by U.S. forces in Pakistan. In 2000, U.S. President Bill Clinton announced that highly accurate GPS would be made available to the public. The satellite signals had previously been degraded for non-military use. That is this day in history. Something you need to remember is that on Monday, the Minot City Council is set to evaluate potential reforms to the city's long-standing cap on liquor licenses during its upcoming meeting on Monday. The current policy limits the number of available licenses based on population, a structure that some argue restrict economic growth and competition. Proposed changes include increasing the number of licenses or removing the cap entirely, aiming to provide more opportunities for new businesses and enhance consumer choice. However, existing license holders have expressed concerns that such changes could devalue their investments and saturate the market. The council's decision will balance the interests of business development and maintaining fair market conditions. It will be interesting. There's 4 paths forward on this one, so be sure to show up on Monday so that way you can voice how you feel it should be taken care of, as there is a public hearing for this here at the Dakotan. Our goal is to have a live stream on 9 a.m. on Monday at 9 a.m. With a local restaurant bar owner that would kind of break down how this would actually affect them and their industry. So that's something to pay attention to. Monday City Council meeting, well, not trying to jinx it one way or the other, but it looks to be busy, as they will also be going over the capital improvement plan, and there's a public hearing on that as well. So if you have interest in that, be sure to show up on Monday so that way you can chime in on those discussions. In other news around the state, North Dakota Senate upholds governor's veto on state employee health insurance reform. North Dakota Senate narrowly upheld Governor Kelly Armstrong's veto of Senate Bill 2160, which aimed to align the state employee health insurance plan with the federal Affordable Care Act. The override attempt failed by 1 vote, with a 31-15 outcome, falling short of the required 32 votes. Proponents of the bill argued it would modernize the plan by offering enhanced preventive care benefits and allowing co-pays to count toward out-of-pocket maximums. However, opponents, including Governor Armstrong, expressed concerns that the changes could lead to increased costs for employees, including the introduction of premiums, which are not currently charged. Fiscal analysis projected the plan would cost approximately $6.6 million for the 2005 through the 2027 budget cycle, and over $25 million for the 2027 through 2029 biennium. North Dakota House narrowly rejects bill to raise interstate speed limit and fines. The North Dakota House of Representatives narrowly defeated House Bill 1298, which proposed increasing the interstate speed limit from 75 to 80 miles per hour and revising the state's speeding fine structure. The bill fell short by 2 votes, with a 46-45 outcome and 3 members absent. The proposed legislation included a new fine calculation method and provisions for variable speed limits based on driving conditions. Opponents, including Representative Mike Schatz, expressed concerns about safety and opposition from truckers. Despite the defeat, the bill could be reconsidered if a member on the prevailing side requests another vote before the session ends. Majority of Americans oppose Medicaid cuts amid GOP budget plans. We have the full article on that one on our website. Just go to mydakotan.com, click on Daily Brief, and you will be able to read it all about it. Also, North Dakota enacts law mandating single-gender bathrooms in K-12 schools. Another interesting bill that North Dakota Governor Kelly Armstrong signed into law. This was House Bill 1144, reinforcing the state's stance on gender-specific facilities in K-12 public schools. The legislation prohibits all gender bathrooms and mandates that multi-stall restrooms and shower rooms be designed exclusively for boys or girls. So you can read more about that mydakota.com. Click on Daily Brief. Lastly, North Dakota Senate rejects expanded income tax cuts, citing fiscal concerns. The North Dakota Senate voted 35-11 against Senate Bill 2093, which aimed to expand income tax exemptions to approximately 9,500 additional residents at an estimated cost of $20 million for the 2025 through 2027 biennium. Originally intended to exempt law enforcement retirement benefits for surviving spouses, the bill was amended by the House to broaden tax relief. Proponents argued the measure would provide meaningful relief and move the state closer to eliminating income taxes. However, opponents, including Senator Dean Rummel, contended that constituents prioritize property tax relief over income tax and expressed concerns about the state's economic stability amid fluctuating oil revenues and potential recession risks. That is today's Daily Brief. Again, as mentioned, go to mydakotan.com, click on Daily Brief. There you'll see the articles that we mentioned today, where it's just a brief summary of those articles, and then you can click on the link to view the full article. Love for you to do that. Also, like and subscribe. Stay tuned. We have more exciting content coming your way. Going to be a great summer. Thank you for supporting the Dakotan. Have a great rest of your